to the channel, guys. So today grab a coffee because we are doing a deep dive in Intune Lab today. Okay, we are going to look at different methods of Intune gives us to manage our Windows or any other platform devices itself also. We will build 2 to 3 distinct policy from scratch, like the configuration policies that we have, that will cover the setting catalog, device restriction templates, administrative templates, and finally deploying custom XML files. Based on that, we will configure the same. Okay, so let's jump into it. Before that, just for an example, I'm giving that what could be the scenarios that you could have and you need to do with those scenarios. Okay, so just for an example, you can take that your HR department just hired 50 new employees, which are going to start from Monday itself. Okay. If you are still manually configuring every single laptop with a home page or blocking the USB drives, setting up Wi-Fi manually, or blocking the command prompt or PowerShell itself, then it will take, you can say it will take minimum one entire week, and even though you need to work on the weekend also, right? So but that could be configured, the entire 50 laptops could be configured in 10 to 15 minutes without even touching those laptops, just need to configure the SSO. Okay, that could be done with the help of Microsoft Intune configuration policies, right? And that is the power of Intune, right? So we will just check that and we will go to that particular policies. That's all. Okay, so before we'll start, let's gather some background rules. Okay, so basically a configuration policy in Intune is a set of rules that you will push from uh, the cloud down to your endpoints. Okay, for example, endpoint could be Windows, could be iOS, could be Mac, could be Android, could be Linux. Okay, where those endpoints have been set it up, there you will deploy those policies itself. Okay, if you come from an on-prem Windows Server background, so this is a modern equivalent of our Active Directory group policy object, GPOs that we say is in our group policy. So that is equivalent. These configuration policies are equivalent to our GPOs. Okay. So why we should use them? Basically, we should use them to just convey our time, to reduce our time that we are doing with the manual stuff. And every device will have the same policy and same rules applied, so it will be convenient for us also. The security can be enhanced. You can prevent data loss by blocking these external drives and other mass storage that we have. And when user log in anywhere in the world, Intune may be able to sync and the policy may be able to apply. This is the benefit of our cloud uh, technologies or cloud resources that we have, right? So today we will just configure the same policy. So you need to just log into your Microsoft Intune Admin Center with Security Administrator, Intune Administrator, or Global Administrator if you have. Basically, we need Security Administrator or Global Administrator to work under this Microsoft Intune Admin Center. Okay. So this we will first go log in into our Microsoft Intune Admin Center. Then under that we have devices. Click on this devices. After that we need to move to Windows. Okay, so basically based on your platform, not directly for Windows. Basically, it's depend on your platform on which you are going to apply the particular configuration policies. Okay, so right now I have one Windows device. First we are doing our all the labs on Windows device. Then I will just create another videos on iOS, Mac OS, Android also, and Linux also. Okay, All we will cover one by one. So right now in this in our this particular first of the what we get some configuration policies, or the first policy that we are configuring, this will be using the setting catalogs. Okay, so basically this is the Microsoft new and recommended build policies. If I just click on the configuration here, you will be able to find three options. Okay, let it should be loaded here. When I click on new policy, here we have options, and which says how you want to select. That I am saying window 10 and later. We need to choose window 10 and later, as all the windows that prior to window 10 has been end of support, right? And if you have taken any express or enterprise subscription from Microsoft, then you can do with Windows 8.1 and later. Otherwise, it should be Windows 10 and later. Okay. Here we have three types of profile. One is setting catalog, another is property catalog, and third is template. Okay. So basically, in our first one, we will go with setting catalog. So setting catalog is a Microsoft newest and recommended way to build policy. Okay. So it's fully what we can say searchable, or you can say it already contains thousands of settings that you can manually choose from those settings, and you can go ahead. Okay, you can create your policy over there. So let's create our first policy that says that Microsoft Edge homepage will be our company intranet site that we have. Okay, so for example, if right now I will open the Edge browser that I have, it says the new tab which opens, it will be uh, Morning Shivam, and the detailed or the news page that MS Microsoft has, right? That will open. So we need to push a policy with our company's homepage URL. Okay. So we will go with setting catalog. We will click on create. It will then ask you to give the name, basic name, what you want. So here we may give, so always use a naming convention. Okay. For example, if you are dividing or if you are bifurcating your policies based on the reason, so you can give, for example, you can give this UK hyphen age corp, corp means corporate. Okay, and then we can say homepage. Okay, so this will be about somehow the naming conventions. You can say UK means UK region, age, browser, corporate, homepage. Okay, description, if you want to give something, you can give like this policy will set an homepage as cloudknowledge.in. Okay, so basically the description you have given. In future, if you want to check, you can be able to find this with the help of description. Okay, platform will be Windows. We will do next after that. Here we have an configuration settings. Okay, so in this configuration settings, you can see we have selected setting catalog. Here is the description with the setting catalogs. You can choose which setting you want to configure. Click on the add setting to the browser and search the catalog for the setting you want to configure. So you need to click this add settings. Okay. Once you have clicked on the add settings, these all vast settings we have over there in the drop downs. Okay. These are the, you can do whatever you want with this setting catalogs. Wireless display, wireless network preference, Windows logon, licensing, Windows for Hello, system, sudo, printers, network simulations, Office, whatever you want. Like most of the settings or most of the scenarios that we want to block, unblock, or set has been covered by Microsoft with the help of this setting catalogs. Okay. So right now, like if you have some keywords, for example, you need to block URL, you can search that URL option. Here you can see administrative template system net logon. Okay, I want to set a banner. Here it says Microsoft Edge and banner. So based on if you have something in your mind, you can just search here and it will give you for the particular what keyword itself. Okay, so here we need to set the home page on Microsoft Edge. So we will just type Microsoft Edge. Okay, here it will just search and it will just pop up as Microsoft Edge. We will click on this. In the drop down, we will get the entire settings that Microsoft Edge has. Okay, so here it's loading, you can see right now. Here we will get all the settings name once it has been loaded, and you can see we have 1093 search result that has been appeared. Or if you want to be more specific, you can just select here, remove this, and you can type configure the home. Oh, I think I have not collected. No, sorry. Configure the home page URL. Okay, and search it. Now it will search for home page URL keyword that I have given, and it will give us, I think, two browsers. It could be Microsoft Edge, it could be not. It will be Microsoft Edge and Chrome browser. Okay, here you can see we have an Microsoft Edge also, we have an Chrome browser also. Okay, so here we need to set an home page, right? So we will select this, it is loading, and this also, both. So this will give these two settings that we have, right? Configure the home page URL, configure the home page URL for user. Okay, so based on that, you need to select if you want to use users, then that will be applied to users. If you want to use device, then that will be applied to device. Okay, so we will take both itself. Select this, select this. Okay, then now you need to close it. You have selected. Here you can see in the startup home page, new tab, you have two options. Enable those. What you need to set as a URL. So here I will give URL https:// cloudknowledge.in. Okay. Here also I will give the same as has been missed out. Okay. This is the home page that we want to be displayed at our users section. Okay, click on next. Here we need to provide the scope. What will be the scope for those particular users? If you have any scope tag, like for example, I can search it by name. If you have done any tagging, for example, all the devices which are UK based, you have tagged them as a UK device. So you can search that with that UK device and you can get those devices over here. Okay. Then moving forward, we have assignment. The assignment says if you have to add all the devices, if you need to add all users, or you have any specific group that you want to add here. So if you have created any specific group, go ahead and add those as we are creating in a UK, right? We are creating this policy under UK section. So if you have created any different UK group, you can go ahead and click that. Otherwise, click on all user and all devices. Okay. So this we have for include the groups or users. This we have for exclude the group or users itself that we have. So if you want to exclude some of the groups, you can add here itself. If you want to include, you can include that. Okay. Here we have an option of filter also. So keep in mind, in our next video, we will see how we can filter out these things and where these filter present. Okay. So filter basically means that we are filtering those devices. You need to include or exclude. The filter can be created in two ways. If you want to include, if like I will click this filter, you can see do not apply filter, include filter device in assignment. That means if I have added here some specific group, and if I want to include some of the devices, then I will say include those devices. And for example, I have created that for all devices, but we have some of our high VPs or senior VPs or CEOs, those should be included. So you will say exclude those devices in the assignment. So those will be excluded. So we need to create these filters. Okay, so we will create that in our upcoming video. Okay, then we will click on next. Here we have our review page, what we have created itself. This is the description platform. This is our configuration settings that we have done. Here we have scopes, tags, inclusion groups, excluded group, all the details we have checked, and click on create. Once this has been created, it will be shown in this particular page itself. Configuration profile. Here, configuration policies, sorry, here you can be able to find that particular policy that we have created right now. You can see UK age corp on page, right? Click on this. Here you will be able to see assignments. Zero succeed, zero error, zero conflict, not applicable, in progress. Okay. So basically it will take some time from the point of view as the query will run from backend, and that will provide you the assignment. Okay. Now we will go to device again back, and here we need to click on the settings, right? Then we have accounts. Under accounts, we have access, work or school. Here we can be able to see we have configured this and we have added this device. You can click on this sync button itself. So once you have clicked on this sync button, this will be moved, or this will be synced towards our device itself. Like you can see, it has been successfully synced. So now we can be able to see, like once the policy has been uh, applied to this particular device, in this informations we can be able to have a policy name that we have set it up. Okay, so we need to wait for some time, like couple of minutes. Once the sync has been done, like it will take nearly 2 to 3 minutes to just sync or apply those policies, as we have selected all users and all groups. That's why it will take some time. So we will just wait and check. Once the policy has been applied, we will come back and we will check the same. Okay. So we have successfully deployed. Here you can see under Windows and in the configurations. Then the configurations we have under configurations we have the policies that we have deployed. Click on this. Here you can be able to get the result. Here you can see one succeed, and the one succeed was our device. If you want to click, you can click on view report, and once this report has been generated, you can be able to see this, right? Click on this. Here you will be able to find how many policies has deployed. You can see configure the home page, configure the home page for users and device itself, right? Both are succeed. Now we will go back to our portal. Here you can see, if I will close this browser also, I will reopen the Edge browser, and you can see the home page is the same. If I just click on the new tab also and just click on this new home page, you can see it says https://cloudknowledge.in. Okay, so basically it's deployed. You can directly restrict the home page or whatever you want. You can do that restrictions, and then you can be able to
work over these type of URLs and all. Okay, so this is the URL or homepage creation over there. Now this is our policy creation over catalog. Now we will move forward and we will create one device restriction policies. Okay, so again we need to go on the same Windows as we are creating for the Windows devices, configurations, and then we will click on create, and we will click on this new policy. Correct. So here in the new policy, we will need to select the platform, which will be window 10 and later, and from the select profile we will select as templates. Okay, so basically when we click templates, here we have an options for device restrictions. Okay, so here we have two options, window 10 teams, so that will include the restrictions for Windows 10 teams, and this is the entire device restriction. We'll click on device restriction. Here you have multiple restrictions, and if you want you can do add custom restrictions also. Okay, that we will see later. So right now we are going with device restrictions. Okay, I will click on create. So basically we are restricting the devices to connect through an USB device. Okay, so first I will let you show, we will show you that the USB is working in my laptop or not. I have attached the USB device. You can see it's asking for format, right? I will format it, just a simple format. It's done. Close it, and this USB has been opened, right? Here again we need to provide some name, so we will give name as Windows block USB storage. Okay, Windows block USB storage, and this will block our mass storage devices. Okay, so this is our description. Click on next. Here we have the multiple option that you can be able to check here, like power settings, Microsoft Defender, Windows Spotlight. Like you have everything that you want to be controlled from your uh, from your control panel itself. So these all are the categories: password rules, control panel, app store. These you can be able to restrict, like if you want to block mobile only store, if you want to block developer and lock option, trusted app installation if you want to block. So these all things you can be able to control from here. We need to just scroll down. We need to check for removable devices. Okay, just I will close these, so we should have an visibility. I could be able to see those. Okay, so here we need to check, or we can be able to search from our search bar also, but no worries. So here we need to search for removable devices that we need to restrict, right? USB mass storage. Okay, so in the app store, these are the application settings. We will just scroll down. In the displays, if you want to set any browser or if any backgrounds, then you can provide the path and that will be set it out. In general, we have that removable storage device, right? Here we have OneDrive file sync. If you want to enable, you can go ahead and enable. Copy paste if you want to disable. Screen capture if you want to disable. Root certificate installation if you want to disable or enable. These all things you can do that. Okay, so we need to block right now removable storage devices. We have click on block, then we will click on next for the assignment. Assignment we will say all device, all users, both, and we will click on next. Rule properties if you want any, like assign if and OS version and all those, but we doesn't want any rule properties over here. Okay, click on next and click on create. Again, we need to wait for some time of interval. Like once this has been successfully deployed to our device, we could be able to see the result or the count over there. Once that is being displayed, just we need to wait. Here you can see Windows block USB storage. Here we have 0 till now succeed. This should be converted as 1. Once we have a 1 over here, we can be able to move forward and check. Right now you can see I have the storage device which is already been attached. We will format and we will just recheck for your confirmation. Here I will click it back. I will scroll down, click on it. You can see we have this E drive. It says 28 GBs. Now, once this policy has been successfully configured, we can be able to see that this will be blocked. Okay, so just wait for a couple of minutes. Once it has been synced or once it has been configured, we will be we will check by inserting our USB drive again. Okay, so we will just check the same that we have here. We will refresh it again and we will just open our USB block profile or policy that we have created. We'll click on this. Here we'll click on view report. Do we have anything updated till now? So it says no result till now. We need to wait for some time, I think, then it will be updated. Or just give some time, we will check it again back. Okay.